is a murder case that is leading to questions about how immunity is used in Muskegon County when it comes to busting suspects.
We told you at 5 about how a man who admitted to murder is now trying to get charges dropped after the prosecutor rescinded that immunity agreement. New at 6, Barton Dieters is in studio looking at how this could all impact other cases. Barton.
Right, Brian. A 2-year-old Muskegon County murderer appeared to be all wrapped up, but a dispute over the immunity agreement has stalled it out. And a defense attorney says it should make her colleagues think twice about taking that deal in the future.
I have never seen anything like this in my entire 16 years of practicing law.
Lee's client, Bobby Gamble, gave statements to Muskegon investigators under a promise of immunity. That promise, made when Gamble had a different attorney, caused him to give statements implicating himself in the May 2014 murder of 26-year-old Robert Dawson Jr.
I can tell you, we've never and will never grant immunity to anybody who kills somebody. It's never going to happen.
But Lee says her client believed everything he said was under immunity. The prosecution and defense disagree about what's shown on a taped interrogation, but both say it backs them up. An appeals court did not throw the case out, but the circuit court judge allowed Gamble to withdraw his plea. Lee tells me she will again ask for the statements to be tossed out. Lee says without the statements that led police to a gun, the prosecution has nothing.
That will leave them in the same spot they were prior to Bobby Gamble's statement, which is that they had no idea Bobby Gamble was even involved. The whole moral of this whole story is, if you get an immunity agreement for a client, write it down.
We'll always, if the defense counsel asks and wants, we'll always reduce it to writing for them.
Former Muskegon prosecutor Brett Gardner spent nearly 3 decades going after criminals and now works as a defense attorney.
Verbal offers of immunity, while they aren't ideal, they're not unheard of.
Gardner said it is important for everyone to know what they are agreeing to.
If I was a defendant in Muskegon, I wouldn't talk to anybody about anything until it was signed by a judge.
I have no issues with how my assistant handled this particular investigation, how it was communicated, and what that communication was between the defense lawyer and Mr. Gamble. We're not part of that.
We have a lot more about this case on online at woodtv.com, and we'll be following this case as it now moves back to court, where it's going to probably go before a jury.
That's interesting. He says he was double-crossed, but the prosecutor's saying, not so fast, you didn't get all the information.
He's saying that you knew that if you confessed to something where someone was harmed or killed, that this deal wasn't going to go through.
It was off the table. Yeah. Okay. We'll follow that one. Thank you, Barton.
Barton, thank you.